Hi, I'm Courtney, and together with my husband Steve, we are A Stream in Life. We travel full-time around the country in our 30-foot Airstream travel trailer. And today I'm going to talk about how to be the best RV co-pilot. For more how-to videos, check out our link up here. Steve, my husband, drives when we're towing our Airstream, and I am in the passenger seat. So what is my role in moving day? 1, route planning. I do almost all of the route planning beforehand. I check out the route on my phone. I make sure that the roads are the kinds of roads that Steve wants to drive, that they're not going to be bad for the Airstream, all of that. We did a whole how-to video about how to plan a route for an RV. You can check that out above. So my job is to plan the route, know where we're going, figure out how long that's going to take, plan in stops for diesel or gas, for bathroom breaks, for lunch or snacks, and for anything else we may have to do. That way Steve doesn't have to worry about any of it. He just asks what's the next stop, how long do we have, and I can tell him. Steve also does not like making decisions while driving. His job is to be the driver. We also did a video about how to be the best RV driver possible. You can check that out above. But part of that is that he does not make route decisions while driving. He is focused on the road, on the people around him, on keeping us safe. It's my job to make the route decisions. So one part of that, as being a good RV co-pilot, is to talk to your driver beforehand and find out their expectations. For instance, Steve would rather drive highways than back roads with the Airstream. He would also rather avoid rush hour, as would I. He likes rest stops that have plenty of truck parking, because if we get there and there's only 2 truck parking spots and they're taken, then where do we go? Diesel. If we need to find diesel, we're looking for someplace with the Airstream that we can actually fit. And so all of these preferences that Steve has when driving, he tells me about beforehand, and that way I can plan the route accordingly and I don't have to worry him with trivial decisions about do we take this route or this route. I just go with it and tell him where to go, which means it's on me if it goes wrong, but that's okay. That's my job. Other RV co-pilot jobs. You got to make sure the driver stays alert, stays comfortable, isn't hungry, has water and drinks, and gets to go to the bathroom when he needs to or she needs to. I take that as my responsibility to make sure that that whole thing is planned out and that I am there. So I am constantly alert. I am not sleeping or reading or doing anything like that. I will occasionally do small things in the front seat if we're on long stretches of highway, but in general, my eyes are on the road or on the maps, so I can see if there's traffic up ahead or any problems with the route we already chose. And I'm watching the road for Steve as well, because 2 sets of eyes is better than 1. And I'm also making sure Steve's okay. I'm always checking on him to make sure he's still alert, he doesn't want to take a break, everything like that, because it's not all on the driver to get us there safe. It's also on the co-pilot. Another job of the RV co-pilot is, if you don't already have a reservation and you're planning to go to a campground, to do all of that research and call ahead. Or, in cases of boondocking, to have the map ready on the phone so that you know the different spots, have a plan of attack for when we get there. So it's not on Steve to get there, drive up, and then we don't know what we're doing. Pretty much, the co-pilot, in my opinion, is the planner, if you have one. If you don't have a co-pilot, then as a driver, you're going to have to do all this on your own. But if you have a co-pilot, I think the job is to be the planner and to make sure that things are set up for the driver, so all he has to focus on is getting us, our dogs, and our rig from one spot to another safely. Lastly, another job of the co-pilot is to be the spotter. So once you're actually trying to get into a spot at a campground or in boondocking, or you're at a really tight gas station that you're trying to get around, the co-pilot's job is to be out of the rig and directing the driver and helping them see around tight spots or know which way they have to go to avoid traffic and curbs and trees and all of that. So that is, I think, also a job of the co-pilot / spotter, is to help maneuver, help the driver maneuver and figure out the best way to get into where he needs to go. So that's what I think makes a good RV co-pilot. If you have suggestions for an RV co-pilot, a lot of you have been doing this a lot longer than we have. We'd love to hear them. Leave them in the comments below. If you'd like to follow our journey and see all of the crazy places we go, subscribe to our channel. And we will see you next week for another how-to video. Bye, guys.